Well, hold the fuck up. Nah. Hold on. Hold on, cause my camera is off, and I'm trying to see the fuck why. Cause this ain't it. And I've been on for a minute. Hold on. How you pause this motherfucker? Hold on. I gotta come back. Cause how the fuck? I done figured it out, and let me try to clear my background out a little bit. Still got my glasses clean in here. No, the fuck I don't. Damn. I am not as prepared as I thought was, but that's because I'm a little bit under the influence. So anyway, I think it's about time I did another live. I haven't done a live in I don't know how long. I really haven't been keeping count. But on top of that, a lot of the videos that I have been posting when I did post it was posted through pre-recorded. So I did the video, I uploaded it, and I pre-recorded the shit. So a couple of things I want to mention. First of all, I named this video Back to the Future. Now I suppose I should be all well and done with the past. I am to a degree, which is why I decided to do this video, because even though I'm done with the past, I just want to bring y'all guys up to speed. Now, you gotta continue to be patient with me because my motherfucking rice is on. I got it on low because it's just about finished. But but you can't burn no motherfucking rice. Now it's some shit you just can't burn. You burn water, you burn rice, you burn shit like that. That mean you can't cook, and bitch, I'm a cooker. Okay. So it has been 2 years since the breakup. 2 years. And most of us went through that shit together, and I definitely appreciate everybody who went through it with me. So even if you could not feel my pain, you identified with it in some type of way, and you hit me up just to send positive messages. I appreciate all of y'all. So I have been dieting and working out, and I am proud to say that I lost 11 pounds. So I went from 189. Oh, 12. I went from what when you on this fucking weight challenge, everything has to be taken into account. It's serious. You want to celebrate every fucking pound that you was able to lose in a healthy way. So I went from 189 to 177. I'm proud to say. That makes me feel great. Um I had to take on another level of healing because I kept getting kind of stuck in certain phases of healing, and I realized that when you're going through any type of healing process, it can't be all mental and it can't be all emotional. There are several factors that goes into place, such as um diet and fucking exercise. You know, that goes into play as long as with spirituality. Um, so how am I feeling? I'm feeling absolutely fucking great. I'm feeling fucking great. Looking good, feeling good, smelling good, type shit. Um, you know what's crazy? There's so many things that I had wanted to say, and I kept saying to myself for the most of the day today. I said, I'm gonna mention this and I'm gonna mention that. And now that I'm actually on this motherfucker, I'm drawing a blank. Right? So it's like crazy. So I'm just going to kind of flow off the top, and hopefully I'll be able to, continue to get into it. That's good. Let me tell you, I'm a vodka girl, preferably a Ciroc girl. I'm a wine girl. Um, Sporadically. I know that I don't need to get into wine, but I believe that wine is a healthier option when it comes to alcohol and refreshment, right? But for the most part, I'm a vodka girl. Definitely a Ciroc girl, right? And them flavored vodkas are so motherfucking dangerous because the flavor in it be so potent, like it actually feels like you drinking juice. I don't even need a fucking chaser. That's scary because and you know what? And you know what? You get what the fuck you asked for. Because I remember saying, I'll be glad when they come out to drink when I ain't got to tear up my face because I'm going out, I'm hanging out, I'm doing me. And while I'm doing me, I'm ordering me a drink, and your face get all because I mean, let's be honest, alcohol don't taste good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you tearing up your face. I need something where I can sip and be cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's basically how I became a vodka girl and tequila girl at the time because I had to flavor my shit. I always needed a chaser because to me it gave it a better taste. It made it easier to go down. So fast forward to now, this motherfucking Puff Daddy. Child, I don't even want to talk about the nigga too bad, but one thing for sure, two things for certain, that nigga owns something with that flavor vodka, honey. He sure is. And so, hold on, I just want to make it even. Okay, yeah. So I love me some motherfucking favorite vodka, and I'm gonna sit here and sip and chat. So along with me, losing fucking 11 pounds, and this is a cheat day. This is my cheat day because alcohol is also loaded with fucking sugar. um, and let's be fucking clear. I never had an issue with my weight. That's the crazy shit. I The real issue I had was with my midsection, right? And so many factors come into play with that. It was childbirth in my later years, but I really can't say that because I was still intact even after I had my last son. I want to really contribute it to maybe the age playing a factor. And about 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with fibroids at the time, and I got them surgically removed. And but way before the diagnosis, my body, my weight, everything was going through all of these different fucking changes, and I just thought it was. I actually thought it was normal, until you go for your 6 month GYN checkup, and the doctor let me know what was going on. And some other tests was ran, and found out that I was diagnosed with fibroid. So meanwhile, the whole time I see my stomach growing, I see my body going through these fucking changes. But like I said, I thought it was normal till I spoke to my doctor. My doctor was like, no. One thing about and he was my doctor, not was, I'm sorry, because he's still living. He is of like a Hispanic descent. His accent is very heavy, but I can't pick it up. So I want to. He might even be Argentinian. He might be that, but he's not American. But he was telling me at the time, take no offense to what I'm saying, but black women are very strong. And this is his words, word up. I will never forget this. He said, black women are very strong, so much so that you take on other things as a challenge as opposed to seeking help for it. So your body is going through changes, and it's basically letting you know that it needs help. But in your mind, you already have it figured. You know what? You're creating a normalcy out of something that's not normal. You're creating a battle for yourself that you don't have to fight on your own, because um, at this time, fibroids are, common amongst women at such and such age and at this and that race, and there's things that you can do to be treated. So you don't have to normalize it or say you strong enough to beat it when you have help, right? All right, so I went on, I got them surgically removed, and ever since then, it kind of like been kind of like my I've been having, not I've been having, but that's the only area that I feel to me is stubborn and hard to get rid of or get back down is my midsection, my stomach area. But it's all right. Yes, I have contemplated surgery. I don't think there's any woman out there that haven't contemplated surgery for something at some point if they didn't already go through it. I definitely contemplated surgery. I'm still contemplating surgery, but um, the main reason is because I haven't actually went through it is because um, I needed to lose some weight, which I did finally, and thank goodness I did lose the weight. But then I'm like, at my age, is it now safe? Because I notice a lot of younger women doing it. So I probably got to do some more research, because I had this whole thing in mind on how I want to look, I want to be when I reach a certain age. So I also want to spread some good news before we go back to the future. And the good news is I had an excellent and wonderful birthday, in which I turned a beautiful, tender age of 48. And I had a birthday dinner with friends and family and my significant other, which was gorgeous. I mean, it was just fucking gorgeous. It was good. Food was good. The ambiance was good. The fucking energy was good. Everything, all those positives. It can't be nothing better than greater. You know what I'm saying? It was great. It was absolutely fucking great. And I was grateful to be able to not just enjoy my friends and family, but enjoy that moment in time, because that's a time that I won't be able to get back. But we created some beautiful fucking memories. And so, one of the things, two of the things, couple of the things, oh shit, my rice, hold on. I cannot, baby. I cannot. No, 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 baby. Let me just be sure, people. Come on. Okay, sounds right. Um, so I'm gonna show off my 10-pound weight loss. Okay. Now reason why I'm giggling is because um, when I look at myself, I be like, all right, girl, you ain't looking too bad. You still got it, and it tickles me. It tickles me because it is just a fucking wonderful space to be in. So now we're gonna get back to my birthday dinner. Um, it was absolutely wonderful, and I enjoyed it, and I absolutely lived in that moment. And it was important to me that those who showed up actually did show up, and they did. And I want to get to the part of the significant other, right? To the breakup and all that shit. It was, excuse me, I gave myself two motherfuckers, and I didn't start out with a time frame on it. I didn't. I just was like, whenever I get my shit together and get over this shit, you know. And I did. Eventually, I did. And again, I don't know if y'all saw the video that I did on forgiveness or how I learned about forgiveness, but that was really able to help me because all of the understanding and what I've heard about forgiveness was not enough to make me forgive. I was just hanging on to that fucking anger and resentment, right? It wasn't until, because, I'm going to just reiterate real quick. People always fucking say forgiveness is for you, it's not for them. And, call me silly or naive to the fact, but I just needed to understand what the fuck do you mean by that? Forgiveness is for me, not for them. I don't fucking forgive them motherfuckers, and how forgiving them gonna help me? Like, get the fuck out. So I heard people say all type of shit from, don't have them block your blessings. And I just was like, that nigga can't block my motherfucking blessings. Like, what the fuck type of information you fucking get? What type of God you serve that's gonna block your blessings because you can't forgive that nigga? That's between him and fucking God on that level. But God ain't gonna stop my blessings because I ain't forgive his ass. God don't fuck with me like that, And it was just really hard for me to grasp the concept of what that really meant until somebody broke it down to me like this. And that shit, I believe, looking back on it, I believe that was the closure that I needed to be able to move forward. And that little bell you hear is because my dryer is done. My clothes is done. Yes, I'm in here being domestic, honey. Okay, being domestic. I'm still a family woman. Always have been and always fucking will be. But I'm gonna tell you about that too. So they explained to me that forgiveness, right? The reason is for you is because you are forgiving yourself for ignoring the red flags, for making excuses, for loving as hard as you did. Because even in times when we don't want to admit that we didn't know everything, intuitively we still knew something, you know and you're forgiving yourself for that. You're forgiving yourself for loving someone more than you loved yourself. Okay, this is why forgiveness is for you. And ultimately, and all of this forgiveness that you do for yourself, you are then going to give yourself permission to be able to move forward. That's what forgiveness is, and that's why it's for you and not for them. You are going to give yourself permission to move forward, to go on with your life, whatever it is you want to do with your life, and leave that back there in the past where it's at. You're not going to allow that to dictate who you are and who you are becoming, because that experience is kind of like it's a part of the outline to for you to be able to uh redefine, who you are, right? And not that it changed you in a way where, in a negative way, it actually changed you in a positive way, even though the experience itself didn't feel positive, right? And I'm like, okay, but I had to really process that shit. I had to process it. And one thing I was hell bent on was, forgiving myself and for the way that I love. And just the way, whatever I ignored, which I'm not sure how much of it I ignored, but, oh, not but, because I felt so strongly in the way that I love was the correct way of loving. It's just like when somebody going through whatever the fuck they going through, you don't abandon them. You type of shit. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. I was so stuck there, and I had to reiterate that shit. I had to throw some sidebars in there, like, yeah, but that's not your motherfucking husband, and you don't have no obligation to anybody, and you don't have to stop your life because their life is fucking stopped, and you don't have to be stuck because right now they're fucking stuck. You know what I'm saying? And all other progress that I could have been, because I could have been a lot further. I had to forgive myself for that. I could have been a lot further than I am right now. But I kept holding myself back to a large degree because I just felt like I just didn't want him to think that I had left him behind. So let me just address this shit, because some dumb bitch sent me some DM about me trying to buy him. And let me just tell you something, right? I don't know if it's because I'm a woman, a black woman, or if it's just me, but I ain't never had a problem getting a nigga. I never had to buy a nigga, a man. That's not my forte. But who I am is, if I'm loving you, I'm going to love you wholly. And if I'm going to support you, I'm going to support you wholly. So me getting a car, right, for him, to me at that time, was the basics, the bare minimum. Because we had moved out of state, or whatever the reason it is. To me, it was just the basics. It was just the basics. Like, okay, we out of state now, but you still need to be able to get to your family, and you need to be able to get back and forth to work, or whatever it is that you're trying to do. You're trying to get back and forth to, and that's another thing, right? I never force that motherfucker to work. In actuality, in my mind, I thought it was imperative that he didn't work until he was able to realign himself mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually with his freedom, with truly having his freedom. Thank God, again, I'm going to reiterate that I was in a financial position to still be able to hold us down, without his financial assistance. But I suppose that as a man, he felt like he needed to contribute. So, he went out and he decided to get a job. And when he decided that, I helped him along the motherfucking way, because I'm not gonna try to hold him back. I feel like we did a lot of that. We did enough of that, and I'm assuming that we was on the same page. Whatever the fuck it is, right? It's not no longer. It's not an excuse. It's just a fucking fact. And the fact of the fucking matter is that that's how I love, and that's how I felt that I was doing the right thing. And it's not a fucking excuse. And I still, to this day, know in my heart that I did the right thing, but for the wrong motherfucker. That's all. And it definitely was a lesson learned in it. I am not so gun ho to be of any assistance to any motherfucking one else except myself, and it's very nice that um I happen to meet someone that actually gives a fuck about me and how I'm doing mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. You know what I'm saying? It's very different. Um, Very different, but it is nice. And I was able to meet this person because I found, not only did I find closure on my own, but I had the assistance of someone who fully helped me understand what it was to forgive. And so I crossed that threshold and allowed myself to be able to move forward. And that was, it took me a little over 2 years to do that. So this person that I've been dating, we've been dating for a while, and it didn't start out that way though. It started out as me dating, multiple people, which I am not ashamed to admit or motherfucking say, because I felt like, why the fuck should I not date multiple people? I don't have any more time to waste on no one motherfucker who actually don't really know what the fuck he want, or that eventually want to end up playing motherfucking games. I don't got time for that. So um I dated, and I've had I've I've had some potential, some great some I've had some great potentials. But ultimately, even with the potentials, my significant other informed me that he was serious about what he was serious about, and what he was serious about was me. And um like, as the meme said, you date them all until one step up. And I was doing that, and then I had the one that step up, and even when he stepped up, I was just like, oh, you know. And I'm talking about emotionally and mentally. I was like, oh, you know, I don't know if I'm fucking ready. But I had to remember, I had to go back and reiterate, like, no, baby, you forgave yourself. And not only have you dated a couple, but right now he's serious. So why not give it a shot? Let's see how far I go, because you can always gracefully bow out. Cause I'm not about to waste his time, my time, your time, date time. I'm not about that motherfucking life. So I'm like, you know what? I can still gracefully bow out in the same respect that I wanted from fucking Judas, to be able to have a fucking conversation and just be like, you know what? I'm not ready. Respectfully, no. I didn't get that from him, but I'm not gonna play with nobody feelings and emotions or time like that. And while I'm in this, at any time I feel like I'm not ready, or at any time I feel like that this is not for me, I can gracefully bow out. And so far has been good. And I have been very, very cautious about not just showing him, but mentioning him, or fucking, because I have that motherfucking Judas. I love that nigga. Damn. Bitch, you hear me? I love that nigga. Damn. And back the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Back the fuck up and damn. And I represented that shit all day, every motherfucking day. And everybody that's associated with me or affiliated with me in some type of way knew that. Whether they a friend, they could even be a motherfucking foe, family member, they all knew how much I represented that shit. And so now I'm very cautious and I move in stealth when it comes to representation of anything beside myself, even my children at this point, because I realize how real spiritual warfare is. And it's such a motherfucking shame. To me, it don't make no sense. But if that's what I have to do to protect the ones that I love, then that's just what the fuck I do. Because again, I am a fucking family woman. I always am, and I always will be. Right? And so I've learned that a complete household, right? A complete family doesn't necessarily have to consist of the baby mother and the baby father. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily have to consist of that. And um, you know, sometimes I'm still a little bit taken aback of how this man has stepped up. Is appreciative. I understand it. I love it. I love it for me. I love it for my kids. And here's the kicker. Here's the fucking kicker. Um, I was about to disclose some information, but again, you got to be careful of the information you disclose because motherfuckers ain't always happy for you. And it's sad. It's sad because you know what? Real shit. And no, I'm not crying. I'm motherfucking hot. I'm hot. I think I need to open up some windows in here and shit. But real shit. My naivete to a degree and my innermost hope for our people overall, right? I've always fully supported the ones I've loved with my pure heart. And any type of progress that they made, I was always so fucking happy for them. And it's not a facade and it's not fucking fake and it's not none of that. I was always so happy because all I could think about is, if you could do it, then I know I could do it too. Or, if you progress in this area, then boom, I know my shit ain't coming too far. Or you progress, especially if we've been friends, you came up out of some bullshit. I seen you come up out of some bullshit. Bitch, you know how motherfucking fly that is, that you ain't let that shit define you, or you didn't let it leave you stuck, or you didn't let it bring you fucking down. You came up out of that shit. Or, I have an admiration for our people, Black people as a whole. And unfortunately, but really, in reality, my enthusiasm for our people has often led to my downfalls in most relationships, whether it was a romantic relationship or whether it was a fucking friendship, because I chose to ignore shit that I was seeing and shit that I was feeling. And at the time, I wasn't saying to myself that I'm ignoring it. I was saying to myself, that can't be right. You got a fucking homegirl that you knew forever. The bitch is showing all type of signs that she fucking jealous of you. But I'm saying to myself, this can't be. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not and wasn't saying to myself intentionally, I'm ignoring the red flags. I For the life of me could not understand it because we all have similar backgrounds, right? Most of us is from the motherfucking hood. Most of our hood stories have shaped who we became to this motherfucking day. And I could not understand if we both was from the motherfucking bottom, right? If we both was from the motherfucking bottom, if we both was from the motherfucking hood, and we both came from motherfucking broken families, and we still both trying to struggle to motherfucking make it, I don't understand how this bitch could be. How is that right? It's not like I fucking got up and moved to motherfucking Beverly Hills. I'm a multi-millionaire, bitch. We in the same struggle. We still share the same struggle at this motherfucking moment. However, we just dealing with it fucking differently. But I see you supersede some shit, and I'm actually proud of you whole time. Whenever I supersede some shit, the bitch feeling some type of way and motherfucking sabotage the whole fucking friendship. The bitch try to fucking extort me. One of the bitches did some other, like, I could just go on and on about my experiences that led me to this very fucking point. And now, ultimately, I just see people for who they are. Even I'm not gonna mention no motherfucking names, but even bitches like, bitch, I need you I need you to understand, right? Like, the type of bitch I am, and this is real shit, and I'm not dumbing myself down for no motherfucking body no more, so you could cut that shit out and you could stop expecting that. And I'm thankful for my significant other because that motherfucker, I don't know if that motherfucker love to see me shine or love me doing me, but the fucking energy that I get from him when I shine or when the fuck I'm doing me is fucking, it's so inspiring, and it makes me feel more comfortable with him and makes me want to gravitate a little more to him. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, bitch, motherfuckers can see who you are before you know who you are. Motherfuckers could see your shine, they can see your light. And see, the crazy thing about being a being of light is that you attract everything. You know what I'm saying? You attract light, attracts light, yes, but you also attract the motherfucking dark. If you ever notice, right, when different experience for different people. So if you ever notice, right, in the motherfucking dark, You don't really see nothing. You turn the fucking light on, all the motherfucking roaches start to scatter. It's the same with fucking bugs. In the dark, you don't really see nothing. You might feel a little bite here and there, but you don't really see nothing, know nothing. You turn the motherfucking porch light on, and you see all these motherfucking moths and mosquitoes and fly, and all this shit start gravitating towards the motherfucking light. So being a beacon of light, a being of light, you're gonna attract both, right? But what I was fucking doing was refusing to believe that someone could be so envious, so jealous, so hateful, so fucking disrespectful, so angry with me when I never done anything to them personally. It's just who I was that affected them in a type of way where they decided that they would rather infiltrate to try to do something to me and hurt me rather than just fall the fuck back and leave me alone. Because see, that's the type of bitch I am. If I don't fucking like you, I'm not wasting none of my fucking resources on you. Bitch, I don't need friends because I am who I am. There's people that fucking gravitate to me. So for you to throw any type of shade towards me, for you to do anything derogatory at me, for you to try to fucking thrash my fucking character, for you to try to fucking extort me, for you to fucking betray me, for you to fucking think that you could play me, any type of thing that you done to me fucked up or under the umbrella that we was friends or that we was sisters or whatever the fuck you want to call it at that time, bitch, you corny for that. You corny for that. And the real shit is that when you do something to good people, right? There's a fucking karmic debt that you set up for the universe. There's a debt that has to be repaid. Like, bitch, at this point, you owe. Even if you don't owe the individual itself, the universe is coming to collect. Because let me tell you something about beings of fucking light, right? They are favored by the creator. They're favored by the universe or whatever God you subscribe to. It could be Jesus. It could be Allah. Whatever God you subscribe to, you have. I don't want to say I don't want to say favoritism, but you know who you fuck with fucks with you on a spiritual level. And it's fucked up, unfortunately, that people don't even know about themselves enough or don't have enough self-awareness to understand that whatever it is that you're plotting, right? I may not know the day of, but I eventually find out. When you're plotting, when your heart holds malice towards someone that never done anything to you, there's a karmic debt that has to be paid to the universe, not even to me per se, but to the universe, because the connection that you have with whatever God you serve consists of providership, guidance, protection, ascension, and all of the attributes that come with being a being of light and a beacon of light, right? And I'm gonna tell you something else about the fucking light. Those of us that have become a beacon of light know what the fuck it is to be in the dark. We made it to the light. We was able to ascend to the motherfucking light. And while we was on our journey, because everybody motherfucking journey is different spiritually, while we was on our journey, you set up in your physical to allow negative energy, for lack of better words, to supersede your intelligence and your discernment. Because whenever the fuck you do some foul shit, there's like we all have intuition. We all do. And there was something in your motherfucking mind at the time telling you, don't do that. Don't be like that. Don't say that. Nah, that ain't but your ego operating out a motherfucking ego because you hell bent on feeling the way you feel for whatever reason you feel. You decided, fuck that. It is what it is. I'm gonna do this shit anyway. Fuck this bitch. I don't like her. Never liked her. Or I feel this type of way. Or oh, this bitch thinks she all that. Or whatever the type of way you was feeling towards me that make you do whatever the fuck you do and did whatever the fuck you did. That causes the separation of friendship. But under the guise of guidance and protection that I have with the God that I serve, right? There's a debt that has to be repaid. It's a karmic debt that has to be repaid. So I'm no longer in a position to even give a fuck to waste any of my resources to say, oh, I'm going to calculate another move to get this bitch back, or I'm going to calculate this. I'm going to think, I'm going to plot, I'm going to plan on a way that I could do. Bitch, it's not even about you at that point. That's the level of ascension I am at right now, and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful to my spiritual team for the level of ascension I have reached, because baby, ooh, you know, when you compare yourself to who you are now to who you used to be, it's just like, oh man, shit could have got ugly. But you know what? Check this out. It's still gonna get ugly. It's just that I don't have to set up any negative karma for my own self by trying to get you back. As the good book say, God said, vengeance is mine. So I'm gonna leave that up to the creator, to the God, to Allah, or whoever you serve, because there is a karmic debt that got to be paid. And you're not going to be able to get peace or find peace and happiness until that debt is fucking paid. And I have satisfaction in knowing that I don't have to plot, plan, or fucking conjure up any fucking thing to try to get you back. And meanwhile, I'm setting up, like, you know, because I don't need the karma to be a fucking cycle for me. Not negative karma anyway. I don't need that shit to be a cycle for me. You did what the fuck you did. Not only do you got to fucking hold that, but now you got to face the consequences of karma, because there's a negative debt that you put in the atmosphere and you put on yourself that has to be repaid. And the God is going to come and collect on that motherfucking debt, because bitch, you owe. Okay. And here's another thing about karma that a lot of people might not know. That shit don't really come back the way you dish it out. So because you fucking plotted on me, planned on me, or did fucking wrong to me and fucking whatever type of way, it don't mean that one of your home girls that you with now gonna do wrong to you. It might, but that's not necessarily the case. It could be somebody else doing some whole other shit to you, but you just need to understand when you sit with yourself that this is the karmic debt that's being repaid. You need to make your fucking peace with that. And I'm gonna tell you something else. A lot of y'all bitches need to stop blaming other people for the shit that's going on in your motherfucking life. And the fucking peace that you don't have, you're blaming it on other fucking people. So if you around me and my energy is good, and it's a certain type of people that gravitate towards me, whether it be fucking male, whether it be female, I have both that gravitate towards me in different fucking ways. Bitch, for you to stand by and side-eye me and feel some type of way about the energy that I have is crazy to me. Well, you need to be working on your own motherfucking shit. Why the fuck you conjuring up some shit in your head about me and not trying to devise a fucking plan to make yourself better, to reposition yourself, realign yourself? Why the fuck you not doing that? Like, help me understand this shit. Better yet, don't help me understand, because I don't give a fuck. Because I'm not on that fucking level. I'm not on that plateau. I done ascended above that shit. I am not interested and being friends with corny bitches that want to side eye somebody that they feel is in a different or maybe even better position than you. I'm not saying that I'm fucking better than nobody else. Come on, we're gonna be real about that shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm not fucking trying to say I'm better than nobody else. But what I'm saying is, if you think that I was better than you in whatever type of way, or you feel some type of way about me, which you should have been doing instead of trying to conjure, plot, and plan against me and using the friendship or the relationship as a fucking way to sabotage and mistreat me. What you should have been fucking doing is you should have been going in there and aligning yourself with your God so you can reposition your own fucking self mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially. That's what the fuck you should have been doing. Bitches be casting, and I'm serious, and I ain't throwing no shade on this type of shit. This shit is real. Everybody fucking know it. It ain't no need to fucking hide it. Motherfucking bitches and niggas be motherfucking casting spells on people, doing all type of shit to fucking people that ain't never fucking did nothing to them, all because of fucking jealousy. Oh, let me snatch one out the ear. Oh, she fucking my man. Not even a husband, and I'm not even trying to fucking justify that, but you know, a husband has some type of dedication and loyalty or something to the wife. But you know, she's fucking my man. So instead of you hashing this shit out with this nigga, and even if it came to her, hashing it out with her just like that, bitches want to do spells. try to fuck your money up, try to fuck this up, fuck that, or whatever they think the nigga's attracted to. They want to try to fuck that up, thinking that's gonna bring the nigga back. Girl, all type of bullshit that motherfucking people is up to nowadays that I don't understand it. So one of the things I learned how to do is fall the fuck back and worry about my own shit. Because again, as being a enthusiast for black people, as being a lover, someone that love myself and love our people, a lot of my relationship has suffered and been one-sided because I have ignored what the fuck people was blatantly fucking showing me. And I'm telling you right now, if I can ever ask you for anything, right, don't fucking do that. Don't fucking do that. You see where the breakup ended me at, right? You see where you're at right now, which is either why you're a subscriber to this fucking channel or because you suffered at some point some type of heartache or heartbreak and grave disappointment to the point that you felt like it could have the possibility of breaking you. Nah, we gotta stop giving motherfucking people that much motherfucking power over us just because we love them. When have they proven the same amount of love? And I get it. I get it. Everybody ain't got that capacity to love the way you do. I get that shit. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Everybody ain't got the pay. Everybody ain't you. You can't expect you from everybody. But motherfucker, I set some type. I expect some type of reciprocation. Motherfucker, if I'm 20 gallon and you 10 gallon and my fucking love supersedes your love because I love all like this and I love the fuck all like that, then the 10 gallon that you fucking got, nigga, that's what the fuck I'm expecting. I'm not expecting you to go give me what you ain't got. I'm not expecting that. But I'm expecting fucking reciprocity. Right? And that goes with motherfucking friendships too. Because ain't you tired of settling? Because help me understand where settling got you. It got a lot of us, and I'm still including myself because it's an experience that I've had. Settling had got us to the point that we have begun to think that mistreatment, disrespect, disloyal, um, uh, what's the fucking other word I'm looking for? All of the entire negative side, betrayal, trianglement, fucking settling has got us thinking that all the negative attributes is now a sense of normalcy. So now when the motherfucker get, and it could be the same motherfucker or a new motherfucker, now when the motherfucker get disrespectful or betray you or hurt you, like you done normalize it so much with other motherfuckers you done dealt with, to now you normalizing it for these motherfuckers too, or you continuing to normalize it, and so they gonna keep doing whatever the fuck they doing or feel like doing, because this is a new norm that you have set up. And I never wanted that for myself. I don't give a fuck who the fuck I was with. Like, even when I was with motherfucking Judas, the way that I love, I thought that I was setting a standard for him to understand that you got a whole motherfucking woman and a real bitch, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I can only get that reciprocated back to me. He the one that didn't do that. You feel what I'm saying? Even if it may, because let me tell you something, because of the way I love the way I love, and I do me the fucking way I do me, I ain't never fucking sit down and be like, oh, this nigga owe me this. He owe me to be with him, because I gave him this. It's not a fucking about that. You, listen, don't nobody owe me or you a motherfucking thing with the exception of respect. Right? That nigga didn't owe me to be with me. I never wanted that nigga to be with me because he felt an obligation to. I wanted that motherfucker to be with me because he wanted to. The same way I felt like nobody couldn't tell me nothing about that motherfucking nigga, I felt like I was going to get that on that end, but that ain't the motherfucking case. It wasn't the case. And oh fucking well, it wasn't for me. That situation wasn't for me. He wasn't for me. He did exactly what the fuck he was supposed to do, and he was supposed to allow me to be a parent again because all the love that I have built up inside of me needed to be given. You know, I needed to have someone to share that with. So I had Ty to share that with, and then now I had another baby, and I had Boogie to share that with, and that's who I'm able to share my love with because at this point, those are the ones that's able to reciprocate on my level. And it had nothing to do with them being motherfucking perfect, but it had everything to do with them being genuine. Because hell yeah, they get on my nerve too. But they are genuine, just like me. So I'm not with the one-sided shit no more. I'm not with the settling. I'm not, child. I'm not with the set. Like I have found my voice. I found my voice, bitch, to the point that if the fucking nail tech, if okay, it's not my regular nail tech. Let's make a scenario. If it's not my regular nail tech, I gotta go to somebody else real quick because I need something done because I got somewhere to be at such and such time. Bitch, I'm at the point that I'm not settling to the point if bitch you can't get right what I say when it comes to my motherfucking nails, that event is gonna be delayed. Whatever it is I got to do, I got to go. That shit gonna be delayed until I can get with the fuck. I'm not settling for a motherfucking thing no more again ever. Cause I don't have to. And why would I shortchange myself? Come on, we all grew up in the motherfucking hood. We motherfucking hustling and busting. We know how to make $1 out of 15 cents. And all of that shit you learned and growing up, and you gonna shortchange yourself? I'm just not doing it. And I'm not willing to no longer go off history either. Because the people that I was giving to and pouring into and expecting reciprocation from, they didn't give a fuck about the history of nothing. And that I want to say that's another maybe flaw, I want to say. Maybe that's like another flaw I had because I also went off history. Like I'm like, me and Judas, we've been down forever. Me and such girl, we've been down forever. Oh, I met such and such girl through Judas, and yo, we did, that's my bitch though. She this. I don't give a fuck about a motherfucking history, bitch. When that motherfucking Drake talking about no new friends, nah, why the fuck not? Fuck that. Because some people come into your life for a season. Some people come into your life for a reason. Some people come for a lifetime. All of them, we be able to differentiate it. We just open our fucking eyes and see them for who the fuck they are and now who we want them to be. Because, bitch, you know, I can vibe or if you'll be like, damn, I like that bitch. She all right. And be cool with you a whole time. You in your head, you don't feel the fucking same way about me. You feeling something fucking different. And when I start picking up on that motherfucking energy, I need to obey that shit. I needed to obey that shit, but I kept trying to tell myself, no, that can't be right though, because we both black women. We both got the same struggles. We both got the same type of history. We both we knew each other for this time. Oh, I knew this nigga forever. Now he not gonna do. I'm over all of that shit. My loyalty is to my motherfucking self. That's who my loyalty is right now. To my motherfucking self. I'm not just learning who I am in the aftermath of that life defying turning point. I'm also learning, or some of the things that I'm learning is how to finally be able to put myself first. And that shit feel good. Sometimes I get a little scary because it's not my norm. It's not what I'm used to doing. You know what I'm saying? And I can be real enough to admit that shit. I'm not used to putting myself first. Regardless of what the fuck y'all think, or regardless of what it looked like on the outside, if I was loving you and I was fucking with you like that, I put you before I put myself. And it wasn't even intentional. It was just the way that I was loving at the time. I just was like, you know what, this person need me and I'm showing up for them. Fuck what I'm going through. I'll be all right. I can handle myself. I know myself. I know how to fix this for me. I know how to get that for me. And then there's other excuses that people come along with. Well, you know, when you was going through something, I was going through something too. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. You mean to tell me that all these motherfucking years, right? You the motherfucking, I've been there for you no matter what the fuck it was that you was going through, right? You can probably count on one hand how I need you to be there for me because I've always put other people that I care about first. I've always put them first. So when I do need you, when I need emotional support, moral support, because I'm going through something the most you now you going through something again. You go through shit so much that you can't show up for fucking nobody else that's been there for you because you always going through shit. Says you don't think you need to check your motherfucking self? You don't think you need to reorganize and fucking prioritize? Like, give me a fucking break with that shit. Some bitches I ain't motherfucking hear from at all. To me, at the time, it affected me greatly, but I come to realize that it's a reason for every fucking thing. And whatever reason the bitch got, I'm not trying to hear it. Whatever reason you couldn't be there for me at the time when I needed you the most, bitch, stay there. Stay there. And I'm not even mad. I'm not mad no more. I might have been mad or upset or hurt at the time, but I done got past that shit. I'm not there no more. I'm just only going to be around. I'm not even saying entertain because I'm not even entertaining the dumb shit. I'm only going to be around who sincerely wants me around. I ain't never had a problem being by myself. I'm my own best company, and I'm gonna tell you something else too, baby. I'm a fucking Virgo. So Virgos, and I can't speak for male Virgos. I probably can't speak for September Virgos. I don't know. I don't know if there's a difference. I know that I'm a fucking August Virgo, and I know that all my answers are within. I go within. I go within. And when I say I go within, I mean I sit down, I meditate, I check within, and I go to the God within. I'm my own fucking best friend. I make my own motherfucking moves. I move when I'm ready to move. I move how the fuck I move. And I do it with positive intent. And I do it with a motherfucking purpose. And I do it because ain't nobody else gonna do it for me. I do it because I love me. I do it because moving with the intent in which I move has not ever landed me in a bad place. So even though the experience, I would say, probably didn't feel good, it didn't put me in a bad space. It was an experience I needed to have so that I could ascend to another level. And that's okay. And that's what I mean by some people being a sacrifice. It don't mean I'm going to put your name in a fucking, I don't know, in a book with blood or some dumb. I don't know what the fuck they do. I don't even want to call it dumb. I'm not trying to get that type of fucking, energy coming to me. It's not about that. It's just, I don't have no negative intent towards no motherfucking one because the bottom line is I came a long fucking way and whatever I was able to um obtain, right? The levels that I have came to and surpassed and climbed to and fucking elevated to, um like I'm still grounded though. I'm still grounded, but I'm able to mark my own milestones. Like when I got my house, like it probably wasn't big for a lot of fucking people because a lot of people that I know too was raised in houses, whether they was renting houses or everybody that I know didn't come from the fucking projects. Like, my grandma was originally from North Carolina. When she came from North Carolina, she moved to Harlem. From Harlem, she moved to Brooklyn, but my grandmother never lived in the projects. You know what I'm saying? She always rented an apartment in a private house. There's people who rent houses. And all I'm saying is that when I purchased my home, that was big for me. I set my own fucking milestones. That's just the point of what I was saying. I set my own fucking milestones. So in the beginning, I was looking to be, congratulated because it was big to me. Nobody else understood how big it was for me. Maybe it said one other person, a friend of mine I was talking to, who congratulated me and told me he was proud of me. And it actually made me break down and motherfucking cry because not even a nigga Judas that I was with at the time said, I'm proud of you and I'm proud of us, and now we can move forward or whatever the fucking case may be. Nobody else fucking did that or said that. And I mean, nobody but him. It was like, you did what? Oh shit. Oh, I'm proud of you. Congratulations. And I was like, you proud? I mean, I was taken aback by the nigga saying that shit. He was like, yeah, that's a big fucking step. That's a big deal. And I was like, it is a big deal. But I thought it was only big to me. You know what I mean? And so I set my own milestones. I don't look for people to acknowledge where the fuck I've been from and where the fuck I came from. I'm my own motherfucking best friend. Let me tell you something, baby. My motherfucking birthday passed, right? Okay, so we gonna go back to the future once again real quick. So about a year and a half ago. Ooh, because when I got year and a half ago, because when I got Mr. G to that, ooh, shit. When I got Mr. Judas that car, I got myself a truck. I got because the car was it was paid off. I owe like close to nothing on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I went and I got me a truck and I got me a Nissan Rogue. So a year and a half ago, I lost the Rogue. It was totaled in an accident. Let me tell you the shit. This is real shit. I was in an accident. The shit was totaled. I came out of the truck. I was fucking shaking. The motherfucking state trooper called for help. But before the state trooper reached me, I heard a voice. And now it's crazy because my vision was a little blurred because I was so shaken. But I heard a voice say to me, you okay? You're going to be okay. They didn't win, right? The fucking mileage on my dashboard was at the time was 70,200. The first the first three numbers of that shit was 702, right? My mileage once again on that fucking truck was 70,200. The first three numbers was 702. 702 is the area code that Judas did his motherfucking time in. You hear what I say to you? On a spiritual level, you have no idea what the fuck that did to me, right? Okay. So before the state trooper reached me, my vision was a little blurred because I was shaking, but I heard a voice said to me, you're okay. You're going to be okay. They didn't win. Shortly after that, and I mean in seconds, I hear a male, sounds white. He did turn out to be white, but I hear him saying, ma'am, are you okay? Are you okay? Talk to me. Are you okay? You're standing there, but you're not responding, which lets me know that he might have been standing there for a couple of seconds before I was coherent enough to understand that he was there. Right? So fast forward, right? A year after that, I had got me what I say what I say is a hoopty, right? And I say it's a hoopty because I considered it to be a commuter vehicle. Now, what I should have did was I should have really went out and just got a motherfucking hoopty. I should have just gathered my little couple of coins and went and got me a motherfucking hoopty that I didn't have a note on, but I got me a hoopty that I had a note on. And I said to myself, okay, this is going to be, I got something that was great on, it is absolutely great on fucking gas, right? It is literally an A to B car. But I was like, the reason why I was like, I needed something reliable. And I was still at this time, again, a single woman. And I did not want to go through the headache of trying to find somebody to come with me to see if this hoopty would be. I just said, let me go and get a fucking car that don't cost that much, but I'm going to go to a fucking dealership. It doesn't matter if I have a note, because I know the dealership have a certain responsibility to take care of the shit up until I purchase it. So it's some shit I ain't got to worry about. I call myself Xing that bullshit out. I went and got a fucking, a car. Now, this is a two-part car, and I say it's a two-part car because I said to myself, I'm going to teach my youngest how to drive in this car, but this is also going to be his first car. So even though I'm using it to commute back and forth to work or whatever the case may be, I'm going to make sure that, he learns how to drive in his car and that this is his first motherfucking car. Because, your first car should never be nothing extravagant and shit like that, So, all right, whatever. Did that. Now, I still use that car to go to commute back and forth to work. Thank goodness, I do still got it. He's still in the process of learning how to drive. This is fucking great. Um, so for my birthday, I treated myself to what to me is a luxury vehicle. Now, once again, I am in a great situationship. However, right, I wasn't trying to go foreign. Could have went foreign, did not go foreign for these particular reasons. Number one, this nigga ain't gonna always be with me everywhere I go. I'm not trying. Number two, I'm not trying to be back and forth with these mechanics about pricing because you think I'm a woman that you gonna play me about fucking pricing. And because I don't have a man ready and available at the time, maybe depending on the place and time, that I gotta worry about the bullshit price gouging that you're gonna do just because you're a fucking sexist and you feel like all women is this. I'm not even down for that fucking debating back and forth with these niggas. That's number two. Number three, I was not planning to ever have to worry about, oh, this piece is not in this country. We have to order it from another country. It's on back order. It'll be here in 2 months. Listen, no, not to mention upon my research of some of the vehicles that I was interested in because they was foreign at the time. Upon my homework, I come to find out that in foreign countries, these very cars are used for fucking cabs, Ubers. Like these fucking countries have these particular foreign cars that we hold in such high esteem. This is their country's hoopties. So I'm gonna give you an example. So motherfucking England, BMW, Audi. These motherfucking cars is hoopties the fuck over there. We over here like, ooh, bigging these motherfuckers up and paying on this. And over there, they use them shits for Ubers. And the way we used to use Lincolns and shit for hoopties, that's what the fuck they doing over there. And I wasn't with none of that shit. So what I did was I stayed proudly in my motherfucking lane and I treated myself to a motherfucking Lexus coupe is what I treated myself to. Something that is reasonably luxury to my standard, um but also I won't ever have no problems getting that motherfucker fixed should it need to be motherfucking fixed because it's not it's not foreign. So now I'm just going on with my life, and I had to realize, right, because I'm gonna get ready and go because I see that I took up a lot of time and it's okay, but I realized, right, that I am really in a good space right now and that I am enjoying my life right now. And I got a few complaints here, a little kicked here, a little kicked there, little complaints, but it's nothing compared or in comparison to where I have been and where I came from. And I had to sit down with myself and tell myself that shit. Like, yo, you know what? Not for nothing. What you complaining about is like shit. That ain't even fucking nothing. When was the last time you had a serious complaint? I had to check in with myself and I advise you to do the fucking same. I had to ask myself, when was the last time you had a serious complaint? So this is what I need you to do. This is me talking to me, checking in with me. So this is what I need you to do. I need you to pay homage and show gratitude because right now life is great. If you ain't got no serious complaints, I'm talking about life threatening. I'm talking about financially threatening. I'm talking about if you ain't got something that could shake your motherfucking world up right now and turn your world upside down. Stop talking shit just to talk shit. Pay homage and show gratitude. Because it could be fucking worse. My grandma used to say, honey, let me tell you something. You think you got problems, get a circle of people and tell everybody to throw their problems in a pot. I bet you snatch yours back. So I'm going to close with that. I just wanted to give a little update on where I was, back to the future. I'm doing well. I'm doing extremely well. My children are well. I'm a grandmother now. My grandbaby is 9 months old. And that little boy is like, I'm so proud of my son. I'm so proud of my son. He did me so good. Let me tell you something. And when I say he did, and I'm not a major factor in his life. I let me say this. I was a major factor in how he was brought up, right? But even right now, like a lot of his major decision making, he is because he's 29 right now, and a lot of major decisions that he's making right now that's going to shape and form the rest of his life. I seriously doubt that I'm a part of that, and I'm not saying that to discredit myself. I'm saying that to make a point. I'm saying that because when I say he did me good, I'm not saying that I play any parts of his decision making. I don't know, but the boy waited until he was 28 years old to make me a grandmother. And I'm appreciative of that because not only did, he bought me some time because I wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? And my grandbaby is 9 months old and he is, well, shit, hold on, because now we're in October. Hold on. 10 months now? Hold on. Damn. So yeah, 10 months, shit. Yeah. So um yeah, right. And he is he's my joy. And he is a reminder to me of how good of a parent that I am. That's what he reminds me of, you know. Um and he is so happy and he is so loving, and I'm proud of my son. He's an active parent, and he's a great dad, and I love that for him, and I love that for his son, and I love it for us. I love it for the fact that he's breaking a generational curse, whether he's aware of it or not. And it's just a feel good thing to see them together, and then that little one come to me and ooh, 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 honey, and I am just overjoyed. So my youngest is in 10th grade, and in 2 more years, he'll be graduating high school. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I absolutely am in a good place now. And the one thing I do, because I realize that parenting is different now. We can't raise our kids and everything the same. But one thing I do, I still do it. I believe that I always do, is pray for my lineage, pray for my bloodline, because I've heard a lot of elders say that a lot of us was able to get by the prayers of our grandmothers. And so I still pray for my sons, and I still pray for my grandson. And I don't think that'll ever cease, because my hope is that when they need it most, when they need some type of support most, that those prayers will be of great assistance to them, and that they'll be able to cushion, cushion themselves off of it. So with that, I'm gonna get ready and go. I'm gonna finish my sippy cup. Thank goodness I finished cooking, and I'm gonna finish changing my room around because I was doing a little bit of that. But baby, I know healing looking good on me, honey. Okay, and I feel good. And anytime you reached out to check on me, even way after the fact, I appreciate you. And I'm going to get up with you guys soon. I don't have any intent. I don't have any intent on letting the channel go anytime soon. But I can tell you this: elevation requires separation, right? And I'm planning to continue to elevate, even at motherfucking 48 years old. I feel like there's more to me than just my stories and my negative experiences and that motherfucking heartbreak. And I just gotta fall back for a minute and get some of that shit together. But in the meantime, I want you guys to be safe and please continue healing. Don't fucking stop. Baby, healing, right, is a lifelong journey. And sometimes, yes, you definitely got to take a break because sometimes shit can get deep. Sometimes shit can get heavy. I know it's not always light and sweet, but keep going. Don't stop because it is so much relief once you're able to heal a chapter or close out a cycle and move on to the next. It is such a relief, and we all deserve a relief from trauma. You know what I'm saying? We deserve that fucking really love yourself enough to forgive yourself and allow yourself to have relief and begin to heal from some of that motherfucking trauma so you can flourish. Don't you want to flourish? Don't you want to be more than tears? Don't you want to be more than fucking sad times and stress and fucking bad health and fucking weight gain or weight loss or fucking a booty call or you or fucking drugs, whatever your fucking vice is, whatever your vice is, you have got to know that not only do you deserve more, but you should want more. And it all starts at home. It starts with you. So, baby, if you're healing, God ain't say it was gonna be easy. He just said it'd be worth it. So if you're healing, keep on healing. Keep going. Don't stop. I wish you much love, peace, and blessings. And I will holla back. Holla back. Holla back, younger. Ooh, ooh. Holla back, younger. Ooh, ooh. Holla back, 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 back. Holla back, younger. Ooh, ooh. Holla back.